Happiness 101, How to Train for Lasting Happiness, Intrinsic Happiness Possible? Are you tired of feeling stressed and unhappy? In this video, we'll explore the science of happiness and provide practical tips and techniques for training your brain to experience lasting joy and fulfillment. You'll learn about the concept of intrinsic happiness and discover simple, effective strategies for cultivating happiness in your daily life. Get ready to learn the secrets of happiness and start training for lasting joy today. The Stanford experiment on kids drawing stars is a classic example of the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. In the experiment, a group of children were given a task to draw as many stars as possible in a set amount of time. Half of the children were told that they would receive a reward, an extrinsic motivator, for their efforts, while the other half were not given any rewards, intrinsic motivation. The results of the experiment showed that the children who were motivated by an external reward, the promise of a reward, performed significantly worse than those who were motivated by their own enjoyment of the task, intrinsic motivation. The children who were motivated by the promise of a reward were less creative, less motivated, and less engaged in the task than those who were intrinsically motivated. Phasic happiness is a term used to describe the short-term pleasure and happiness that we experience in response to pleasurable stimuli, such as eating delicious food or receiving a positive feedback. This type of happiness is often associated with the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that plays a role in pleasure and reward. It's important to note that while phasic happiness or dopamine happiness can provide short-term pleasure and enjoyment, they are not the same as lasting happiness and fulfillment. To achieve lasting happiness and fulfillment, it is important to focus on cultivating happiness from within, rather than constantly seeking external sources of pleasure. When we are motivated by external rewards, we may become less interested in the task itself and more focused on the reward. To find lasting happiness, try meditating twice daily. There are many resources available, including YouTube videos and guided meditations from gurus like Sri of the Art of Living. To increase your happiness, try to stop judging and observe your constantly changing likes and dislikes. These preferences can often lead us to seek happiness from external sources, which can be fleeting and unsatisfying. To cultivate lasting happiness, it's important to be vigilant and observe our minds as they search for short-term happiness. By staying aware and present, we can learn to find joy and fulfillment from within. To summarize, try meditating twice a day and be aware of your mind's tendency to seek happiness externally. Wishing you all lasting happiness.